When LMS Coronation Class 6256 Sir William A. Stanier FRS rolled out from the Derby Works in December 1947, a brand new type of locomotive came out from the works, promising a long-lasting future to be dominated by a new type of traction, diesel power. Thus, 6256 became Britain's last steam locomotive to be built not only during the LMS period, but also during the Big Four period, as they were destined to become one in less than 4 weeks. The LMS Coronation class are William Stanier's iconic class of steam locomotives that frequently ran across the metals of the West Coast Main Line. They were very powerful Pacific-type locomotives that were developed from the Princess Royal class to compete with LNER's A4 class. Their streamlining, though controversially seen as unnecessary to the eyes of Stanier, preferring to build a more powerful locomotive instead, coupled with the beautiful Crimson Lake livery with golden stripes, made them some of the most attractive steam locomotives of the era. Their reliability is married with the company's lean towards standardized designs under Stanier, whose experience during his years at the Great Western Railway greatly influenced him. It was one of these big Lizzies, as the crews called them, in its beautifully named Coronation Blue livery with distinctive white stripes, that broke the speed record in 1937 at 114 miles per hour, though some sources say it was disputed. It was a short-lived triumph before Mallard took the throne a year later. An overlooked part in the locomotive's history came in late February 1939, when number 6234 Duchess of Abercorn had its power output recorded at more than 2,500 horsepower, while pulling a 20-car train, including a dynamometer car, up a slope. This is the highest recorded power output on a steam locomotive, and this made her the most powerful British standard pressure steam locomotive ever to be built. The last batch of engines to be built under the LMS were to be modified by Henry George Ivat, son of Henry Ivat, who is a former CME of the company. They were numbered 6256 and 6257, but only the former engine was completed before nationalization. 6256 was completed at Derby Works in December 1947 and given the name Sir William A. Stanier FRS, with the unveiling of the nameplate led by Stanier himself. Standing beside it was the country's first mainline diesel locomotive, cladded in black with chrome on some areas, most noticeably the roof. It didn't have a name but a number, 10,000. For many, the event became symbolic as the beginning of the end for steam power. The Stanier Pacifics went on to become popular again during those twilight years, as many of its streamlined and unstreamlined locomotives popped to the mainline metals of the former railway once more. But 6256 wasn't going to stay for long. Despite the predictable pressure from the enthusiasts, the decision was made and it's too late to change it. However, the steam engine will still got one last trip to make. On the 26th of September 1964, LMS 6256, wearing a befitting maroon livery and sporting a golden stripe streaking across its cabin sides, was coupled to the special train to be pulled along the line the crews knew best. The enthusiasts and rail spotters waving a sad goodbye to the engine as it pops away. Along the way, it quickly and safely passed above some great viaducts, while the passengers enjoyed the many scenic views the route offers. After the last stop, the engine puffed away alone to its inevitable fate. The locomotive was sent on a scrapyard at John Cashmore Limited in Staffordshire. It was eventually broken up on December 1964, making 6256 the last Stanier Pacific to be withdrawn and scrapped. The legacy that made it a memorable and deserving heritage material was not going to be realized, and as time passes by, it became rather forgettable. 6256 was gone, but not forgotten. To this day, only 3 Coronation-class locomotives survive, with only one streamlined example, number 6229 Duchess of Hamilton, located next to Mallard in the Great Hall of the National Railway Museum at York. Her majestic streamlined appearance and legacy made her a true crowning jewel in the national collection.